Hi, today I'm going to take you through creating your intellectual premise and vision page. So I want to say that at first, when I created my life book, I did the premise, vision, purpose, and strategy. I did all on individual pages. But I realized that it would be a title page plus 4 pages, 5 pages per section minimum would equal 60 or more pages for my life book. So I wasn't sure if I was going to print it out myself at home or have somebody print it, or possibly even get it printed at Costco into a book. But I quickly decided when I started section 2 that I was going to do the premise and vision on one page, combine those two, and do the purpose and strategy on the second page. And the other thing I like about this is when I open my book, I have all 4 together when I lay it out. So that is what I'm going to show you. Now you can go back and look at my health and fitness section in my first video of my life book tour, and you can see how my individual pages were set up. But from here on out, we're just going to do 2 sections per page. So we're going to start sharing screen. And okay, so here we are in my Canva account. I have created a folder called Amy's Life Book. Now, you only get to do 2 folders using the free version, but that's okay. I have one called Life Book, so it's easy to find all of these. I open it up, and as you can see, I have all of my title pages here, but we are going to take my section 2, my intellectual section, and we are going to make a copy of it, and it will show up at the first spot saying copy of 2, intellectual. We're going to click on it and go into it. So now you can see my intellectual entire section. Okay, we're going to look at this. Now, I have to admit that I do not remember what my inspiration was, which template. I couldn't find anything that looked exactly like this. But what we are going to do here is I'm just going to show you something slightly different. We are going to keep my pages up just so I can have my text available. So I'm going to add a page. Really quick, I think I want to tell you that I usually go through and change my title page to say from health and fitness to say intellectual, change the coloring and change the photos. But I will let you do that on your own. I'm actually assuming you've already done that at this point. Now we're just going to focus on adding the other pages. But I'm going to add a page, and it does put the same color background as the original page. We are going to go to templates and find some inspiration here. I am going to use something, well, you can do the old photo collage, but in this case, since we have so much text, we don't necessarily want something that's all photos. Although a lot of times I look at the templates and a block where there is a photo is a great spot to just put a solid shape and put a text box over it. But I have one in particular I'm going to show you called Blue Company General Report. Here it is. It's 2 pages long, so this is perfect for us. I really like the look of this. So I'm going to click on it. It's got 2 different pages, so we have one that we will start with. Let's start off with this page and add it. You just click it and it adds it right to the right to our project. So I am going to start off by changing this photo here. And here's where we get into the layers. Sometimes it's kind of hard. So I'm going to position this stuff in the back until I can, let's see, until I can get into the, until I can see the, here we go. Now we can highlight the actual photo. So I am going to not delete this right away because I don't want to lose the positioning. I'm going to look for a photo that has books in it because that's what I did in my original. Let's look for a free photo of books. Okay. Oh, this one might work well. Let's put this stack of books in there. Okay, now we might have to delete this one. Okay, and then now we can see that had an actual photos. We can see when it, there we go. So, okay, I like that. That looks pretty good. I am going to quickly go into the effects on photos and possibly make it change the color. I can do a, let's see what happens if we make it violet. No, that's too dark. We can make it, I don't like that color with it. Maybe the pastel, dusk. That is really cool. I think that kind of goes with the color scheme. So we are going to keep that. I actually love the colors that are in here. I think they go really well with what I've already chosen for intellectual. We are now going to, since we're keeping the color scheme, I actually really like this the way it is. But I want to put our two titles. I think I want to put premise here. So I'm going to change the text box. Let's also go back and check. Yes, I did it in all caps. Okay, so here we have premise written out, and I'm going to change the font to, I happen to use, it's called Nord. I just really like the look of it. And I am going to see if we can get it as large as 50. Let's try 56. That's pretty big. I'm going to go back it down to 50. That worked really well. It looks like they have bold, which I do not want. So I'm going to change the font now to black, and I may mess with the colors at the end later, but for now we're going to do our, and then I just play around with moving it. This is where we will put our vision, but I'm thinking maybe we can get our premise to go up here. Okay, so now I'm going to fast forward after I copy my text boxes in. Okay, I think we're on to something here. I just have to do a little bit of lining things up properly. Let's get this vision to line up with the premise. That's really handy to have those little grid lines and dots. I think it looks pretty good. This is something you can manipulate a little bit, tweak yourself. One of the things I do like here, I will just show you, is if you, for some reason, let's say we wanted to go with this color scheme that I originally used, because these pages are in this project, I can easily change. Let's take this darker color, and it will pull the darker purple because it's already in the document. And then it has an option down here. If I can click this to change everything that's color, that is the blue to the purple. And voila, I do like that a bit better. So, okay, go for it. You might want to set yours up a little differently depending on your text. You may want to set things up as bullet points. And if you do that, you can just click bullet point and it will put it into a bullet point. Sometimes you have to go back and decide where you want the bullet points to be. And have fun. I will see you when we do the purpose and strategy page.